A cyclist takes 3.5 hours to cycle to a village at an average speed of 19 kilometers per hour. If the next day it took her 4 hours, what is her average speed? Now we are given the time and the speed on the first day, but we are only given the time for the next day. It means therefore that we should first find the distance for the first day so that we can divide the total distance for both days by the total time spent on both days to determine the average speed for both days. So let's work through this together. It will become clearer. On day 1, we are told the speed 19 kilometers per hour, the time 3.5 hours. Therefore, the distance covered, which is speed times time, would be 19 times 3.5, which is 19 times 7 divided by 2, which gives us 66.5 kilometers. Okay? Now, so we have the distance. Now, we are told that the very next day she covered the exact same distance, but she did it in 4 hours. So, in day 2, the distance covered is 66.5 kilometers. The time taken is 4 hours. So how do you calculate what our average speed is? What is the formula for speed? Average speed is total distance covered divided by the total time spent. In this case, the total distance covered is 66.5 kilometers on day 1 and 66.5 kilometers on day 2. The total time spent is 3.5 hours and 4 hours. So the average speed will be 133 kilometers divided by 7.5 hours. That will give us 133 divided by 15 over 2, which is 133 times 2 divided by 15, and we can work through the arithmetic together. So 133 times 2 will give us 266. If you divide this by 15, 15 will go in here once, leaving us with 26, 15, leaving us with about 15 with 11. 15 into 116, 15, that should be about 7 times, so that is 7, and then we are left with 116, just a bit of scratch paper here, 116 minus 105, and that will give us 1, and that's 1711 over 15 kilometers per hour. That's our answer. So it's 1711/15 kilometers per hour. Tricky question, but the trick is just to understand the formula. Average speed is equal to total distance covered divided by total time spent, and it's to work through that very methodically. First, to calculate the distance so you can get the total distance covered, which is that distance divided by 2, and then the time, 3.5 hours and 4 hours, 7.5 hours altogether.